Hey everybody, this is Mark Drury with Drury Outdoors.
Hey all you deer hunters, this is Jimmy John.
This is Jared Mills.
Hey everybody, this is Caitlin Moss.
Hey guys, this is Jared Scheffler from Whitetail Adrenaline.
What's up guys, Josh Barks from Midwest Whitetail.
Hey, this is Nick Mutt from Bone Collector.
This is Chancey Walters.
Working Class Bow Hunter. Working Class Bow Hunter. Working Class Bow Hunter Podcast.
Working Class Bow Hunter Podcast.
WCB.
Working Class Bow Hunter. Working Class Bow Hunter. You're listening to the Working Class Bow Hunter. That's right, this is the podcast for Billy Joe Lunchbucket, the working man, just like me and you. My name's Travis T-Bone Turner from the Bone Collector. Thank you for tuning in.
Those people on that pod, those hosts are a little unhinged.
Working Class. Working Class.
Working Class Bow Hunter.
You're listening to my buddies on Working Class Bow Hunter.
Best motherfucking podcast on the planet.
Episode 716 of the WCB pod, and Doug is looking very uptight. Doug?
What happened?
I cracked my back.
So what's going on with you?
I broke my back, spinal.
Okay, so what's new, Doug?
Killed a turkey. I'm going to kill one tomorrow.
Did you kill one already, or you're going to kill one now?
I killed one already.
Okay, you did.
In Illinois.
In Illinois?
Illinois.
I forgot about that. You did.
What do you mean forgot?
I don't know.
Brother.
You kind of just been out of the loop a little bit lately.
Brother. You've been gone.
I could have shot Doug. Now it's your fault.
I'm out here just representing our brand across the country, and it's my problem.
I was shooting turkeys.
Me too, bitch.
Me and Jordan are working hard.
Okay. It's great photos, by the way.
Thanks.
Yeah, Jordan took them.
I was like complimenting Doug, but it was a compliment to Jordan.
I was just in them.
Eric, what's up?
Not much, man. We're here.
Jordan, how are you doing?
I'm good. I also killed a turkey.
Good job.
Thanks.
The chain photo was a little cocky. Oh, you should go get your chain real quick.
See, you can't call me cocky and then tell me to get my chain.
Well, I would wear it if I had it.
I'm going to give Jordan some props while he's not here going to get his chain, but I'm glad he was with me on my turkey hunt because I would have fucked that up somehow.
Yeah, but what a douche, right?
Yeah, he sucks.
I heard like he almost ruined his hunt just by him being himself. Douche.
Yeah,
for sure.
Back with this chain. We'll talk about the chain. Doug, do you want to introduce this to anybody as we go around the table?
Tyler, my buddy, showed up from Wisconsin.
How's it going?
What's
up, Tyler?
Film me shoot turkeys.
Tyler brought us bush apples.
Wisconsin accent there.
He did. He brought bush apples, which is...
They're really good.
They're really good.
Top tier.
Wait, turkeys? You're going to shoot more than one tomorrow?
I have 2 tags.
Oh. Shit, fuck.
Plural. And then our guest of the hour, Mr. Bobby K, Mr.
back.
Man Over Beast, Mr. I Work for Trophyline.
Yeah.
Lot of hats you're wearing.
I really do wear a lot of hats. I like hats. I'm bald. You know.
Keep wearing them. Get your head tatted.
Hey, I don't know if I could go through with that. Would you do that one?
If I was losing my hair, I would.
Would you really?
Yeah, totally. If I was going bald, I'd for sure tattoo
That's
my
pretty
whole
impressive.
But I'm not losing my hair. Yet.
Yes.
Yet.
Just
Yeah.
tattoo hair.
People do that
I've
shit.
seen it. Yeah.
People do it. Thanks for being here, dude.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to talk about a lot, but we got to spend some good quality middle of the map hunt camp time this last fall, and it was a good time, man.
It was really good
I
time.
saw some good deer, had some good hunts.
Yeah. I was trying to get you to shoot anything.
It took for you to leave for me to kill.
I know. Literally like an hour away from home where you called me.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so good. We'll get into that stuff. Can I get some business out of the way quick?
Get the business out.
First of all, Doug, do you have a veteran shout out? You want to do that first? Do you have one ready, or is there not?
Let me
one?
get to business.
The episode is brought to you by Grizzly Coolers. We can say that. That's what chilled down these. The Grizzly Cooler on ice chilled down these bush apples faster than a refrigerator would.
Way faster.
Also, the red cooler with the red Busch Light can.
It's like it was
It's meant to be.
Bush apple themed Grizzly would be sick.
What the hell?
Make it happen. Code WCB.
Yes.
Bush.
Make it happen.
You faggots.
This is submitted by Nathan Spillman. Edward Spillman is the veteran. Is in the Army. Says, my
Edward?
grandpa served... Edward, yep.
Okay.
My grandpa served in the Army from 1955 to 1961 as a radio operator in the 2nd Armored Division, nicknamed Hell on Wheels.
Ooh,
badass.
That's super sick, yes.
While in the service, he competed in shooting competitions with the 30 caliber rifles and open sights to 1,000 yards.
What?
Damn.
He won several of them and placed 17th among several thousand shooters while stationed in Germany from 1957 to 1958. Dude's a badass. My grandpa was the one that got me into bow hunting and was my hunting partner up until he could no longer physically do it. For all my teen years and most of my 20s, it involved hunting or fishing. We did it together. He shot his last buck in 2021 at 85 years old, with a rifle. He recently passed away. This hunting season just hasn't been the same. I hope he's looking down upon us and is proud of everything he and his family has accomplished.
Edward's a stud.
Yeah.
Stud.
What a great shout out.
Badass.
Thanks for spitting that,
85
Nathan.
years old, killed his last buck at 85.
That's cool.
It's out there.
1,000 yards with iron sights is insane. I couldn't see that far.
Hell on wheels.
That's fucking dope.
That's pretty
Hey.
cool.
That sounds like a badass.
That's a good veteran shout.
Cheers to that right
Cheers
there.
to Edward. Thanks for your service. Rest in peace, brother. That's pretty cool.
Cheers.
Yeah.
That's a good one. They're all good, but when you get some little more detail like that and some bad, like Hell on Wheels is sick. That's badass.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool. Yeah, the episode's brought to you by Grizzly Coolers. We want to get some shout outs to our great partners that make this podcast possible. You got to remember, these brands also support us talking the shit we do and saying the profanities that we say and having fun the way we have fun and basically living up the culture of hunting and the camaraderie that we're able to do it in a way. And these companies back us and they know what we do, which makes them way cooler because
super cool.
It's amazing that we work with any brands. But when you have top tier brands like this, like Grizzly, Big Time, Borderline is what you need to be thinking about. It's probably pushing at this point. There's limited bags available for this year. Code WCB 2025 at Big Time will get you into that. Huntworth Gear is a big partner. Tarnin, Vertec, whatever you're into, get into some heat boost. Start trying out some garments if you're not into the Huntworth family yet for the fall. You can't go wrong. Code WCB15, huntworthgear.com. Loopold Optics just got back from hanging out with Loopold. Really one of the best pro teams in the whole hunting industry, in my opinion. I got some rifle scope experience, some rangefinder experience, Vino's always like Vino's rangefinder stuff, right? Loopold doesn't skimp on anything. It's
nothing.
The best shit.
Everything's so nice.
Trophyline is a partner. It's been a partner for several years, and we're going to talk about Trophyline a lot in this episode, I'm sure. Hoyt Archery. How you boys liking the Hoyts?
I like it.
We should have our Hoyt bow video out now by the time this launches.
Yep. It's
Sexy.
We run through our setups. What are we running? I'm running the Hoyt RX9 Ultra.
Same.
Yep. You're Hoyt RX9, not the Ultra.
The RX9, yes.
The Alpha X233.
Okay. And I'm rocking all black is what I want.
Green with gray lens. With a red kill string.
I like the raw string that Eric's running on his.
It's sexy.
And Jordan's all bourbon.
All bourbon. Alpha AX2 29.
I went gray with bourbon limbs.
I like them all. They all have their own cool look. We're
Eric's
running
does look pretty slick.
AAE Mountain Series stabilizers, AAE Prophecy Drop Away Rest.
Yes, sir.
Hoyt Quivers, dialed archery proof sights.
AAE fletchings.
AAE fletchings, which WCB fletch should be in any time. Dial proof sights, Victory arrows. I'm running Rip TKOs right now.
Same.
We're on the SS's.
The SS's. Evolution broadheads, turkey wreckers for turkey season that we're going to run. We got bear camp coming up. We're going to be running the Whitetail Furies expandables.
Run through some bears.
Code WCB.
I also will say the Go Sticks from Hoyt might be the greatest thing ever invented.
Probably the best bow accessory that's the most heavily slept on.
Yes.
Because they have like a pad in the cam that like pads your string in the bottom of your cam.
Dude, it's so nice when you're out just in the yard practicing.
Yeah, in the yard.
You can just
and
set
the
it
blind.
down right there. Blind, money.
It's the shit.
That's perfect, right?
Novix tree stands, Black Ovis, of course, Blackgate trail cameras, Illuma trailers, IllumaKLM.com. I just used our tilt bed trailer for my tractor the other day for the first time. You want to talk about a slick unit?
Dude, fucker looks sexy.
It eliminates all the pain in the ass when it comes to hauling shit, so it's very nice. Old Barn Taxidermy, if you got a turkey you need mounted or you're planning for your fall hunts, keep Old Barn Taxidermy in Fort Madison in mind. And if you have a local taxidermist, you want them to carry G2 forms, G2 Taxidermy Supply. Old Barn's also a partner and shares the same owners. Deercast, Our Choice in Mapping, Rogue Ridge e-bikes, Rack Hub, code WCB, and Mountain Ops, code WCB. So there's the partners. Thank you, everybody, for supporting them. Here we are, WCB Pod.
We be here. We out here.
Dude, what's up?
We out here.
It's 2025.
You're back. Thanks for coming.
No.
That is the year.
That is the year.
Good job. Good start.
Yeah. It's Wild West out here.
Yeah, what time is it? Yeah.
We're doing it. We're doing good. No, I'm glad you made it, man. I've been wanting to get you in. So you're wearing a lot of hats in the industry.
Yeah.
Man over Beast. Let's talk about that. I know we talked about that briefly on a podcast in the past, but let's get into Man over Beast and what you do for Trophyline and all that good shit.
So basically, Man over Beast was my avenue in. That was YouTube started years ago, and you can go back and see all the videos of where it was like really just not trying, just trying to get something up. And usually it actually started with a lot of fishing stuff. And I still love fishing, but it transitioned into primarily hunting because I like hunting more.
Hunting is way cooler.
It is way cooler. And
filming wise, way cooler.
Way cooler, yeah.
Don't give a shit.
And that started with some buddies, and now it's transitioned to basically me and a few cousins. And to be honest, I'm very behind on keeping up with it because of wearing so many hats. It makes me just a little. I need to take time away from some things from time to time, editing primarily.
Yeah,
and that's where it started. It's pretty much all hunting now. I try to have it structured to where it's vlog style, but it's really not. The best way to put it is like really bad cinematography.
No, I don't like that description.
Mediocre.
Mediocre. Yeah, we'll put it at mediocre. But
I don't like that either. That's not true.
I was just kidding.
It's a joke.
Some of this just a joke. Yeah, some of the stuff's pretty good. I have a hard time like speaking very proudly of some of the stuff I put out because it's your own stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And you, like going back and listening to probably some of your own podcasts. You're like, I said that. You know what I mean? So
I know what I said. I meant all of it.
Yeah. Right. But it's good stuff. Boy. It's good stuff. I always try to have something at the very end that's got some sort of message tied to it, and generally it's speaking around being happy for basically your fellow hunters. So a lot of what you preach about, you know, the camaraderie we have here right now, or whether it was back in the middle of a map hunt camp, all that type of stuff. And then it dives into some educational factors too, like when habitat talking stuff. And yeah, that's basically Man Over Beast.
Yeah, no, I like it, man. I like it. You're very talented, even though you just made it seem like you're not.
Thank you.
And then, so that turned into getting a job with Trophyline, the Man Over Beast thing?
Yeah, I started off as an ambassador there. So for people that are kind of wondering ways to have an avenue into the hunting space, or somebody may say like the industry, it can start as an ambassador for a company. And it's not going to be like a next day things change your life, but if you stay persistent and you actually can provide something for a company, where in my case it was the ability to edit videos and take pretty decent photos and get some good angles and then show them that I could do things for them, then that turned into now as a media producer for Trophyline.
That's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah,
it's a tough industry to get into because everybody wants in it. And so like a lot of people, just a barrier to entry is tough, but
a lot of people think it's just you got to kill stuff, which
it helps.
It helps. It definitely helps. I haven't killed big stuff.
Shooting animals, though, proves you have experience. And if you're going to be taken along or put in situations, people want to know you're not going to just
fuck it up,
be the liability when you're there to like kind of be there and be a good hunter, but also not be in the way.
Right.
In a way, like, but it's a compliment to the chef because it's like you have to be a good hunter and be good at filming and not interject and like all pull it off. Like, and I've hunted with you. You film me hunt, and you're fucking good.
Thanks.
And you are not scared of heights.
No.
And you fully trust your saddle.
I do. I forgot about that.
I watched you do shit, and I'm like, you just. I probably shouldn't say some of that shit, I guess, but
I don't go. I don't follow all the necessary safety precautions sometimes.
Well, it's a lot of shit I'm watching. I was like, oh, you don't buckle that? You're like, no, it's fine. Yeah, I'm not gonna fall out. I'm like, all right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to get around that one. I'm usually pretty comfortable at heights. I've never had any scares in heights. I take that back. You know what? I did fall out of a tree stand once. I was 26 and my kids were on the way. And that's the first time I ever had something that The cable's snapped, rusted out.
On a stand.
On a tree stand. Old Walmart, some brand, you know. And my little cousin was with me, and he watched me fall out of that stand, and I caught a limb on the way down, which is probably the only thing that kept me from breaking a leg.
Did you catch yourself on the limb?
Oh, yeah, both arms. So I had big old raspberries on both of them. But that really kind of did set me straight as far as making sure I'm wearing a harness. And as far as the saddle goes, you're always hooked up to the tree when you're wearing a saddle. So, you know, I might forget a leg strap or something like that, but
it happens. Okay,
but it's cool. Like on this topic, I personally now, and I didn't at first, I feel safer in a saddle because 100%. I've trusted what it is. But like, especially if it's windy, you're always have tension to the tree, and you never get that like, oh fuck feeling.
100%.
But you can still, even though you're wearing a harness, you can still fall.
Yep,
and you're not going to fall all the way, but.
It's the shock value.
Yeah, that's the scary part. It's like, oh shit! But with a saddle, you could fall off the platform, but you're going as far as your tether is. Like
you might swing around the tree, but you're not falling.
Yeah, you're not gonna even have.
You're hitting the tree a little hard.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on how long your tether is.
Yeah,
but your tether shouldn't be that long.
No,
true.
No, I mean just the other about a month ago. I did a content run with my cousin, and it was consistent 30-mile-an-hour winds. And the trees, while I'm filming, I'm just circling. And we watched a giant poplar tree fall down about 75 yards from us. I'm like, you doing okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine, dude. I'm like, okay, just want to make sure. But you're like, that's the exact same point, is like, you don't have that shock value. You're stuck there. And
the tree's got to fall down.
Yeah, the tree's going to fall down, which I have run that through my head. If a tree was falling down, have you ever done that?
How do you go about it?
Are you going to ride it down to the ground, or are you going to just like bail last second? What do you think you do?
I'm riding it.
You're riding
I go with the
I'm
shit.
bailing last second.
You couldn't bail like you think you could bail.
I know, you're right.
Once it's falling, you're stuck. Because you're not going to be like, jump. You know, it's not like
jumping like momentum. It's like
just laying on your feet.
It's not like the Mythbusters thing where you're in an elevator and right before it hits the ground, you jump.
You're fine.
That's how that works.
Yeah, so, no, you're fucked.
Yeah,
you're riding that fucker.
I don't. I think saddles feel safer in that aspect. You know, like if it's windy as shit or just not ideal weather, I want to be saddled up.
Same.
Yep.
You know. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. So it was cool watching you and spending some time with you because it's like you've been saddle hunting a lot longer than I have. You know, so. I think anyway.
I am not sure how long have you been saddle hunting for?
20. What the fuck was my first?
20 years. Wow.
No, not 20.
Damn, dog.
Some guys have been, which is crazy.
Some guys, yeah.
When would have been my first saddle deer? 20. What was 20? 22.
I want to say I've only been doing it for about 5 years.
20.
21, 22, probably.
So pretty close to the same
22,
time.
23.
Not that far.
Yeah.
But I've been very barbaric style with it. Like I haven't like practiced in the yard. I'm just like, I'll go up and figure it out. And I just kind of ram jammy. Like not.
It works.
It works, yeah. But now that I've done it a lot more comfortable, I kind of have.
Right.
I'm so used to like hanging a stand in a tree a certain way. I know where I need to put my sticks on what side, where it's going to hang, where I'm going to be shooting. It took me a season to figure that out with saddle hunting.
You get your system down now.
Yeah. I got my system down, but there's times where I'd be like, I'm just not like how I want to be in this tree.
You haven't perfected it yet.
Yeah, and I'd get frustrated at first, you know?
Yeah.
Because you have a strong side and a weak side. That's the one thing I will say. The weak side is not as accessible as everyone in saddle hunting makes it out to be.
Depending on the tree.
But you can still shoot it. Mm-hmm. But do you agree with me? Kind of like,
yeah.
I feel like a lot of guys you see when they're trying to sell, you just spin around like this. It's like, well, yeah, I have done it.
Yeah.
You can.
Yep. You can get 360 degrees, and some trees
it's hard.
Super easy. Some trees, like small trees, you know, that's
even then I think it's hard for me.
Well, some things are hard for
I'm a pussy.
Well, it's comfortability in it, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
It
feels awkward.
You've also fell out of a tree and broke your back, so I'd be a little more cautious if I were you.
Yeah, but like
Have you really?
heights don't really bother me.
I didn't realize you did that happen to you.
Yeah, mine was a little worse. I
I'd
had more
say so.
raspberries.
I'm sorry.
Couple
all the
My
way
raspberries
down.
were swelled up.
But yeah, you can get 365 degrees out of it if you want to. And the key is really like you said, you're going at it you started at a barbaric style. You got to get comfortable with it, and then you get more comfortable doing it. My cousin that watched me fall out of the tree stand, actually, Michael's his name. All the bucks he shot last year were on his weak side, and like he said, most of the bucks he shoots just happen to be on his weak side.
how is he shooting off his weak side?
He just ends up taking the bow over top of the bridge. He never has to really go to the point of doing the seatbelt method where you completely turn your back to the tree.
So he just pivots his hips and goes over the bridge.
Goes over top of the bridge. And
see, I must not have my tether set up right to do that, because to me that's never felt comfortable.
Where's your height generally?
I try to make it eye height or between eye and chin height.
That's about where I set up mine.
That's exactly how I killed my buck last year, over the top of the bridge.
I need to play with that in the yard and try it.
Yeah, and like you said, you can get it. And most of the time, you're not going to need it anyways. So if you set up properly, so if you get your system figured out, as long as you're set up the way you think you need to be set up, you're probably not going to need to do it. So if you try to compare it to like tree stands, your weak side in a tree stand would be directly through the tree behind you. So if you're setting up your saddle to where that spot matches that same weak side from a tree stand perspective, then you have the ability to pull off a 365 shot. More than likely, you're not going to need to, because you're prepared for it ahead of time.
Yeah, that's true.
If that makes sense. Is it clear as mud?
It does to me. It makes sense. It does to me. But I've also done a lot of tree stand hanging hunts and saddle hanging hunts now. I'm like, all right, yeah, that makes sense. I always think it's like, I think of it opposite of just like, where's the strongest likelihood of my shot? What way do I want to be? You know, because you don't want to fuck around too much. If the deer's right there, you want to just be clean and shoot it right there.
Yeah.
That's always what you're planning for, best case scenario. But it doesn't always happen that way. But
doesn't always work out like that.
the last 3 big deer I've killed have been out of a saddle. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, some of my 3, the third one would be in the contender of one of my 3rd largest, you know? So, fuck, it works, dude. It's undeniable. People hate on it. We've hated on it jokingly. It's easy to hate on. It's kind of gay.
I kind of hated on it before I even joined. I mean, I did.
Yeah. It's funny to call it gay.
It's easy to make fun of things until you try it, you know?
Yeah,
But
I for sure made fun
But everyone's like,
a lot.
acts like there's a perception on the internet that we made fun of it and now we do it and now we don't make fun of it. I'm like, no. We still make fun of it.
Yeah,
but also, too, that's our sense of humor.
Right.
Like the same way as like Doug almost died, we're gonna make fun of him for that. Remember when you broke your back and pelvis and almost died?
Yeah, dude.
Idiot.
How funny was that? You remember that?
On New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's laughing his ass off all the way down.
Yeah. All the way to the hospital.
It was a party.
Like, the boys are going to love this.
You did more drugs than anybody on New Year's Eve.
Oh, for sure, dude.
When was this?
2014.
Oh, so quite a while ago then. Does it still mess with you?
Yeah. It still hurts a lot.
I'm sorry. I can give you a back rub later if you want.
Tell us about
I
it.
like that.
What hurts?
My lower spine.
Spinal.
All the time.
It does hurt all the time?
I think so. Well, you ever think like if you switch bodies with someone, like, oh shit, like I've just been in pain my whole life. Like,
You're just used to it.
Yeah.
Just leveled off.
Yeah.
You should get a tramp stamp, and then maybe that would
help.
Yeah.
It might.
Wild idea.
Hey, you never know. It might help.
Yeah, it might.
Think about it. I don't know. Maybe that's why your
is that going to be the next bet for you guys, biggest buck?
Tramp stamp?
Get a tramp stamp, yeah.
Spinal.
I'll look into it.
Maybe that's why your butt tattoo didn't hurt, because you can't feel anything from your waist to your knees.
No, it definitely did hurt. Just not as bad as I thought it would.
Maybe that's why it didn't hurt as bad.
Maybe.
Got less feeling in your pelvis area.
They don't hurt that bad. Though I will be scared if I ever try to put something on my head. My wife wouldn't let me do it anyways, I'm sure.
Head tattoo would suck.
Yeah.
I kind of have a head tattoo.
And it goes up there a ways.
Kind of.
Does it go like behind the ear? Yeah.
It's technically on your head.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, hair grows.
Yeah, I'd imagine that hurt.
It sucks really bad. He's doing it. I'm like, fuck, that hurts way worse than I thought it would. Why the hell did I think it wouldn't hurt? I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. Doug, we're glad you're alive. Sorry about those jokes, but
Sorry.
been a huge bummer if you would have
I
died.
deserve it.
Yeah, it's just,
You would have never met Doug.
Deserve death.
never would have met Doug. I didn't know him then.
I'd have been like, hey, my buddy.
But
I used
you
to
just
know.
been a memory.
Yeah, this would have been talked about as a ghost on the podcast.
Could have a picture
From Eric
there.
only, probably.
Just put a
You
picture there.
didn't
behind.
even have a mustache then.
No. No one even would have saw me with a mustache yet.
Whoa.
Wasn't
I've
even
never
in his
seen you
prime.
without one.
I'd just be in a,
It's
I'd be in
scary.
a casket
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Naked.
It's scary.
Is it really?
Naked.
You would
well,
hate it.
without a
You
mustache.
should see me without a beard. It's terrifying.
Me too.
It's all terrifying. Sometimes you got to shave your beard to kill deer, because that's what I did those
That is what you did.
I just automatically grow a double chin and it looks disgusting.
Yeah.
It's just always there. I just can't see with a beard.
Right?
Dude, I tell this. The story's been told way too many times. I had a Britney Spears 06 moment. I went home and stared at myself, and just right down the middle, dude. And I was
Going
like,
through it.
That's kind of the theme this year was,
changing my luck, dude. My results are undeniable.
yeah.
They are.
Undeniable. You and Devin left, and all of a sudden I shaved, and here came the deer.
Yeah. Maybe Devin was the bad luck, and it wasn't me.
I don't know. Devin did kill like almost 170-inch
Yeah,
typical.
okay, it was me.
Maybe. I like to think it was the facial hair.
He can't grow facial hair, so that we can't make that assumption for him.
Devin can't?
I don't know. He's scruffy, but yeah, you guys left, and I shot that 9.
Yeah.
That was awesome. All you need to do is shave the mustaches.
By the way,
that killed a giant.
that 10-pointer we were in hunting is dead.
Oh, I think he did tell me that.
kill a buck, though.
Wait, the one we saw across the river or the one that crossed into the field behind us?
One that crossed in the field.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got
That's
shot.
the one the neighbor got?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, darn.
But that's okay, though. He's a mature deer, and he killed it with a bow. A real bow.
Oh, that's cool.
So.
Isn't that all he can hunt with?
That's what I heard. But that's right. But hey, you know what?
That's besides the point.
Congrats to him. I'm happy for him. That's the best way to lose one.
Oh, yeah.
A mature deer.
Yeah.
And neighbor kills it with the bow late season in the AM.
Oh, really?
So boys out there hustling. So
Hell yeah.
Maybe he was making a loop off of there. He had to have been because he was heading that way in the PM, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
yeah, then it was. Yeah. So yeah, but more congrats to him, man. I got a picture of it in the back of the truck. I never saw like a trophy photo, but I got a in the back of the pickup truck photo.
That's cool.
It's like sweet, cool.
Good for him.
That's a honorable way to take it. Can't be mad at that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I was really hoping I could film you kill it and then rub it into Jordan's face.
You know, it would have been.
You were filming pots, weren't you?
Yeah, you would have been filming Sam Potts at that time, I think.
Not only filmed him for one day, one day I was all I need. I just go in, kill one, and then I'm done. I was filming something else.
What were you doing for the other 3 days I was here?
I was filming a different guy.
Oh.
He's filming. I don't know who this guy is, but he's somebody. I know that.
Yeah, some
He knows,
mystery
like
man.
everybody.
Yeah, this guy's crazy that I was filming though. Like crazy cool.
Oh.
He knows Bon Jovi.
It was Bon Jovi?
He knows Bon Jovi.
I thought you said it was Bon Jovi.
We were riding in the truck one day, and he's like, "We could call Bon Jovi right now."
Just out of nowhere?
No, we were talking about something, and he's like, "Yeah, I could call him right now." And I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
No, you can't.
That'd be kind of a weird flex if out of nowhere he's just
like,
like,
the deer I killed when you left.
Oh, hey, I never saw it in person. Wow.
Yeah, Jordan was texting me all these crazy things with this guy, who he knows and what he can do.
That's what you leaving did for me.
I'm glad I could do that for you.
Who are you with?
Oh my goodness, we don't see anything like this in Michigan.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about that.
I take that back. Some people see like this in Michigan. I don't see
The
anything.
Ron Polo buck was pretty big.
Yeah, I don't believe that for a second. I don't know. I don't have a take on the Rumpala book.
Don't look at the WCB Instagram right now.
Why is it all on fire about that?
Posted a clip of Kevin Vistison from Deer Hunters. He's done like a deep dive on Rompolo.
He went deep.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Deep,
brother.
deep. Mitch Rumpala was a rapist.
His business partner was.
Oh, geez.
Jesus.
Holy
Jordan.
cow, that's slander.
I
Better
didn't
take it back.
I didn't. That's defamation.
God damn, son.
His business partner was.
Oh, okay. And what was his conclusion?
It's a deer I killed 4 days later, Bobby K.
Oh, my God.
No, that dude I think did get charged with rape. Not Mitch, but his business partner.
This guy got charged with it?
This deer, yeah. That's why I had to shoot
He
him.
for sure probably raped a couple.
He was spending too much time near kindergarten recess.
He had to
I had
go.
to fucking let him have it.
How many points was this again?
25. Count them off.
5.
No, you don't have to do that.
You still got a little bit of the blood up there? Or is that from staining of the velvet?
No, that's blood.
I'd leave it.
It's probably Kill Bottle whiskey, actually.
Yeah.
That's blood.
Yep. That's
A whole bottle of Kill Bottle.
good blood. Yep. I was hungover for 4 days.
Oh, my goodness. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man. So thanks for leaving.
Yeah, no problem. You know,
That's what he does.
just do my part. Whatever that may be.
Yeah.
The team player.
That's right.
Oh, man. Yeah. It just was.
You had a part of killing that buck. That's all that matters.
No, it was really.
Maybe you left me with good luck.
That could be. That could be.
Because we were warming up. We were just getting up to that point.
Yeah, I was having a really good time, to be honest. Like hunting with the camp and you was really nice, and it was really nice to see like the quality of deer that Illinois does have, and how like the general hunting public approaches whitetail hunting.
Yeah,
because it's different than a lot of the Michigan and PA. I'm assuming, you know,
As far as methods of hunting?
No, it's just like the perspective of like, okay. And I'm not talking crap about Michigan.
Fuck that. Just talk.
Okay. The perspective that you guys have on a quality deer management perspective, basically. You know,
Elaborate.
Like you guys, at least you, and the experience that I had here at camp was like you guys wanted as close to a mature deer or a mature deer as you could get. And it didn't matter that necessarily wasn't the specific buck you were chasing. As long as it was like a 5.5-year-old deer, you were happy.
Yeah.
And like, that is awesome. And it's also awesome in Michigan's perspective, or the people that I know from Michigan, that if they see a 4-point and it gets their heart racing and they shoot the thing and that's their 150 or their 5.5.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. I just, it's a cultural thing that you can see, like where some of these other states have moved past that. They've lost that excitement, which is also sad in its own respect, because I know other states have the potential, but how can you compare Michigan or PA or some of these other states that don't put up giant book number deer all the time? Can you compare their happiness while hunting to other states? You know what I mean? Is there a correlation there, do you think?
I don't know. I think that they're the first people to bitch at us for trying to kill big deer.
Yeah, I do see that sometimes.
Socially on social media. Because we're talking like this, and you just said that, but I bet you if you just asked someone candid, they'd be like, all WCB cares about fucking headhunting type shit. I bet you that's what they would say without.
Yeah, see, my argument has always been to that is like every deer or everything that's shot or hunted is a trophy. So like there is such a thing as trophy hunting, but I like to call it like, what did I think it was?
But the haters will say that about us, but then say the same thing you just said, which I believe is like, we want to kill the most mature deer, but they would say like everything's a trophy. So then it's like, okay, so then why are you mad at us for hunting the way we're hunting?
Right.
So like you're contradicting yourself in your own breath. But
maybe they tie in like just that perspective of high fence hunters or something like that.
It could be. I think. Do you find this because you like work for Trophyline and you film and you're good at it and you get opportunity because you've hustled and people invite you out or whatever? Do you feel like people no longer associate you with just being like regular Bobby K? Like now all of a sudden you're an industry hunter and you have access to this and then and this, and it's like you're a step ahead of everybody. You shouldn't be doing this. You should be doing that. Like,
maybe.
Like I guess where I'm at is like people. It's like, dude, we're just guys that talk shit on microphones. We're not Mark Jury.
Yeah.
And Mark Jury is the GOAT. He's self-made, but people hold us to like Mark Jury standards at times. It's like, okay, you're talking shit about us. We are still just morons with neck tattoos that fucking talk shit on a podcast.
Right.
Like, in the same breath, you're forgetting who the fuck we actually are.
Right.
Like,
we all came out of our mom not walking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put our pants on the same way every day. Yeah, I don't know.
I like that. Yeah.
I don't know if
we all had to learn to walk the same way.
That's right. I don't know if I have that in my circle of friends. At least I've got a small circle.
Internet says it is what I'm saying.
Internet probably. Yeah, but not so severe because I think I still deal with imposter syndrome because I haven't been in the industry for that long, like 2 and a couple months for working for Trophyline. So I don't think a lot of people even know who I am, other than I have the name Bobby Kennedy, which is I'm not related to anybody politically. You know what I mean?
Right, but Bobby K is a sick name.
Thank you.
That's like
That is a sick name.
That was my gamer tag back in the day.
I know a lot of people call you. Everybody I talk to calls you something a little different.
Yeah.
Is that like a thing? People just
No, it's because I have a hard time asking somebody, or when they ask me what do you like to be called, I usually just say Robert. It's the first thing that comes to my head because in the family, I'm the third Robert Kennedy in the family, so it goes Bob, Bobby, and Robert, me. But I prefer the Bobby.
Bobby K is sick.
Yeah, thank you.
Way better than Robert K.
If I got a beard and a cool name, that's all I got.
That's what I call you, Bobby K.
Bobby K.
Bobby K, yeah.
Does
Got a ring to it.
Does get a ring.
For sure.
Maybe I should start like a band or something. You could be in my band.
Just
Ooh.
I have a drum set.
Well,
Just saying.
Jordan's got a drum set, everybody.
He bought it and never
Let
played
me
it.
be in your band.
Oh, perfect. I'll take the drum set.
I'm supposed to buy the drum set for my daughter, but I haven't done it yet.
that'd be pretty cool.
Hold on to it for a while, okay?
It's just sitting there.
Same place when you moved it in.
Yeah, if you were nice, you'd just give it to Alame for her birthday.
I have
So
a
she
drum
can have
set.
the drums.
Going back to what you were saying, though, I think a lot of that, because I'm tailing on another podcast that was very heated from what I could hear from the outside about people having mean comments.
There's
and stuff
nothing
on the
you can
internet.
say that's going to cross the line following that one.
And it's not that I have any lines to cross, really, but I think it's more of just a perception of like people just have access to shit talk and that they're letting aggression out that they can't otherwise let out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think most of the time on the internet, people aren't actually meaning what they say, and maybe sometimes it's misinterpreted, but I think a lot of times they just want that reaction. Like when somebody comments or says something on one of your WCB Facebook groups or something, like I saw recently, somebody was like, when's the turkey stuff going to be done? I'm sick of the turkey stuff. It's like, they just want a reaction from you guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Or how come you're not using a gun or a bow? You're a working class bow hunter. I saw that one. I thought that was funny. You know,
I quickly comments like, well, we've killed quite a few birds this year with a bow.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's their way of trying to connect with somebody they feel separation from, which is a really weird take on it. Maybe a little
insecurity.
overanalyzing. Yeah.
I feel like a big thing has become is fishing for likes. Like they'll comment something stupid, hoping to get a bunch of
or like farming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
I do that on
I
TikTok.
like that.
Like farm.
Yeah, it's fun.
Our favorite thing to do when we were in camp with Michael Lee down in South Georgia.
This is my favorite hobby of all time.
We sat on the front porch on like a beautiful South Georgia like home that you would think of, and it was Jordan, me in the middle, Michael Lee. We're all drinking whiskeys on the porch, just full blown spamming TikTok. We were going through TikTok lives trying to get chicks to meow.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, it's so fun.
Jordan hacked my TikTok one night and just had some girl doing that. I'm like, what are we doing?
Me and my buddy one night.
Meow for me.
I don't remember what we were doing. We were
So
just sitting there, we're on TikTok live, and we're just trying to get chicks to meow at us. So now it's just like my favorite thing ever to just get people to meow for you on TikTok.
Does anyone ever do it?
Oh, all the time, dude.
Yeah, they'll do it.
You just gotta find the right
You give
one.
them a rose or whatever it is?
No, I
You
never
don't gift them?
I will never give them any money.
Yep. Yeah, Michael Lee was cheating. He was
Yeah,
giving
he was
roses for meows.
He's like, I got another one.
Cheater.
I'm like, it's high fence.
You're fucking
but-
throwing 30 cents at these bitches. Like, of course they're going to meow.
high fence meows, but whatever.
Yeah, baited meows.
Oh my God.
So anyway, if you want a good time, get on TikTok Live with your buddies so you can get the most meows.
I'm going to have to do that now.
It's so fun.
You get a good anime, fat goth anime chick, she's meowing every time.
For sure.
Now, if she meows more than once, does this count, or does it still got to be one?
I don't know. It's up to you and your friends.
Yeah.
I feel
House
like
rules.
this could turn into a competition really fast.
Oh yeah.
It's up to your friend.
It's up to your friends, brother. And if it's with us, depends on the night.
Depends if you find someone to do it a lot.
Depends if I get it first. Yeah, I'm meow farming, but I don't know where we're going with that. But yeah, haters and
Yeah.
And meows.
cultivating that stuff. Well, it's a tough place to be in because I feel like in the hunting industry, it's like people automatically hate you and they know nothing about you, and they're just mad that you have a position they wish they could be in or something. I don't know what it is, but that's my perspective on it.
I mean, that's honestly to a degree why I'm not upset that my YouTube never blew up. Like a lot of these stardom people just get blown up so fast. Like I say grow up. I grew up. I first started watching YouTube, like watching like the Alex Perrick and the John B, like in the fishing world. And yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's super entertaining, and those guys blew up super
Yep.
fast. So, and you see tons of hate comments, and it's really just because between wanting to have that connection to him and then the jealousy moments, it's rough. And
Yeah, but
I don't
also
get to
all those
experience
comments
it.
kind of help engagement.
Oh, it
a
does.
little
Yeah,
bit.
the algorithm's wild. The algorithm is wild.
Really is.
I love and hate it all. Like I'm so ebb and flow. Like 1 minute I'm like burnt. I'm like, fuck all this. Everybody can kiss my ass. And then I'm like, bring it on. It's quite fun. And then I kind of just, maybe that's normal with social media, but
Yeah.
I just got out of a burnout stint with it. Like, fuck, I don't know if you guys could tell or not, but I probably went through a 3-4 week phase where I'm like, fuck everything.
Oh yeah.
I'm coming out of it a little bit, but we're also in like the Great Depression time of the year for the hunting industry stuff. Like,
Just coming out of the seasonal depression.
yeah, after March, after show season's over and there's nothing to do, some people care about turkeys, some don't, up until about late June.
June, July, yep.
July 4th, everything starts changing because everyone's like, velvet. Oh, my family doesn't require me to do anything anymore.
Pots, everything else going on.
Yeah. So I feel like that's like the pivotal moment. So we're in like the industry depression of the year right now.
I put a camera out a week and a half ago. It's the earliest I've ever put a camera out, but I'm trying to find if one of the 3.5, we have very little 3.5s, but I was trying to find to see if he actually lived or not. Because he dropped his antlers from a wound, 2 wounds. He got blind in one eye, and then somebody shot him in second rifle season high. And I think he made it, but I just haven't seen the picture of him yet to confirm.
Well, hopefully he's around.
I hope so.
That would be interesting. He's blind and eye, so he should be recognizable.
Well, I assume he's blind. I mean, his right eye never shone or never reflected that infrared light off the camera. So I would just assume that he got beat up or
jabbed or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That could be.
He would probably be the biggest one on the property ever shot, I would think.
Ever.
Yeah. It's going to be close. The biggest one my dad shot was like 130. I wounded a 140s when I was, I don't know, 10 years ago. And
Yeah.
that would have been the biggest one. Doesn't that sound terrible? You like 140s?
No, I'm just wounded him. That sucks.
It's just it's what it is, you know. It's just, but it's like that's a big deer.
It is.
I don't like discrediting a 140. It's a great deer.
Great deer.
A lot of mature 140s that never get bigger than 140 in
That's very
Iowa
true.
and Illinois and Missouri and
And I have no problem shooting a 100-inch deer.
Yeah.
I don't know how long ago, but I go by the rule of that. Maybe it's been discussed before. It's like the top 10%. So you try and inventory the deer that's on your property if you can, with cameras and everything else. And you take that top 10%, whether that be from an age structure or from inches of antler, and that's the deer you target for the season. And that's kind of how I've approached it, at least the last 10 years probably. And it still gives you something to chase, even if it's not the age class that you really want, that 4.5, 5.5, 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets you excited every time a deer walks into a field. You're like, is that the one I'm after? You know what I mean? It's at least if for anybody that wants to try starting to manage something, I would totally recommend that top 10%, because that's like a good starting place for people that are looking to try and pass something for the very first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at least I think.
it's hard to pass deer.
Yep.
It is.
Yep.
I think goal setting preseason, or even when you know like what your inventory is, but like I remember starting to set goals. It's like, all right, I want to get my first buck with a bow. That was like the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was like, okay, what's my standard? What am I going to try and find or do this or whatever? I think that's important, but I think it's cool when you get to a spot when you're just like, my yearly goal is to kill this type of buck or better.
Yeah.
But I feel like goal setting is important for people who haven't done it. That's a good way to kind of like,
You definitely. Me personally. I need a goal.
like going into the
Something
season.
to chase.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it helps you like hold to your standard for the longevity of the season versus like not having one. It's easier to settle for something.
Yeah.
Where it's like if you're trying to bar up to the next level, I feel like goal setting year to year is a good way to do it as a bow hunter. You know, like,
I don't like doing like a one buck. Like, this is the one buck I want to kill, because I feel like if you find out that buck died, you're just in a deep dark depression.
Yeah. But I feel agreed. But I feel like a little bit that if I have a buck I want to kill, and then I love the strategy of like, what's he doing? Where's he gonna be? Whatever.
You like
figure him
that.
out.
And then if he dies in that, it's like, well, then I just on to the different.
You
next
love
one.
that cat and mouse game that
I get real. That's your boy gets hard on that.
we were sitting in that stand. You're just going through pictures. It's like you're giving me some analytics of some sort, and I'm just like, man, this he's really into this right now.
Yeah, I
really wants that deer.
He really wants that dude.
I like that.
I'm like, see that 6-point? You should shoot that.
Hey, we were out in a lot of deer.
Hey, quit that. Get in my ear.
Bobby, no. But I like that. The conversation of the strategy is the most fun part.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, the cartel guys, when you watch them, like, scouting out banded turkeys, I find that so interesting for turkey hunting because they're talking about strategy to target a bird.
Those guys seem really cool.
They're the coolest.
They're the best.
But that's what makes turkey hunting really fucking interesting, that they're doing that. And that's what I think is interesting about, like, just anybody that's targeting a deer, that it creates a story with it, and then it's just so much harder to do.
It's involvement. You get really deep into it, and you just build a relationship with that deer you're after or the wildlife.
It just sucks up so much mental capacity that for you to not get burnt out and then accomplish it is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's the attractive part to me.
Yeah.
Like, if you're really after it, it consumes all your thoughts
and energy and everything
for most of the time until you either do it or realize you can't do it.
Yeah, it fucks you up like mentally, dude.
Oh, it fucks you up. Yeah.
Like this year, I cracked an egg and it had 2 yolks, and I thought I was going to kill the buck I was hunting just because I cracked an egg with 2 yolks. Like, that's the shit I was going through.
Yeah, like it's a sign
The
from Britney
superstitious
Spears.
shit.
It's like, oh, I've got to kill him now. I mean,
That's
two
good
goat
luck.
day. Yeah, that never happened.
It's good luck. Britney Spears sent this to me.
Yeah.
Do you listen to Britney Spears?
And I didn't kill him, so I did eventually, but just not then.
Yeah, well, hey, I get it though. You're like getting into superstitions that you don't
Yep.
believe in.
It's bad.
Oh, dude.
It's a bad
Deep
place.
down in
Dude, superstitions can hit you hard.
You start hitting up witch bitches on the Instagram.
The belt I wear, you can make
Can
it.
you bless me?
You can make it brown or black. It's like one of the switchable ones. So if like I have a good hunt with a brown belt day, I keep it on brown. But if it's bad, I switch it to black.
Yeah, brother, that's deep.
bad.
But I like it though. Like that's fun.
I've been in where I'm standing there like in the morning, like, which underwear am I wearing today? Which one's feeling lucky?
Yeah, what did I see a buck in last time?
Yep.
What
When
underwear
I was
it
younger, I had a lucky pair of boxers that I've kept under in hunting camp. We're killing.
I've never got that deep before. It's just a lucky hat.
Maybe we should try it.
Maybe I should.
You probably shouldn't, because
I've
it'll
had some
fuck you
really
up, dude.
Dumb fucking
It fucks
superstition.
you up, dude.
Lucky hats, lucky songs, lucky
Dude, I used-
socks.
Songs
Good
is big.
playlist. You got to have a good playlist.
I used to do like
WCB's got a hunt playlist.
I know I have it.
You do?
whenever I see my first deer, if I'm sitting or standing, I have to be like that the rest of the day. So I see a deer standing, it's like I gotta stand the rest of the time.
Just like BDSM or what?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know, dude.
So all right, elaborate on this one. This is
So it's like
That's an interesting
if you're
one.
on 1 foot, you're fucking on 1 foot.
well, hopefully I don't see a deer on 1 foot.
Well, if you're assuming the position of taking a shit, so you just got to be in that position the whole time.
That's when the saddle comes in.
He's just
Have you ever
squatting.
taken a sky dump?
No.
Mud Falcon.
Mud
From
Falcon?
from a stand you have, haven't you?
I don't know if I have.
Mud Falcon?
Yeah.
I don't know why that's so
When you take a shit from the tree, dude. Mud Falcon.
All right.
Have you?
Yeah.
That's a
That
great
shouldn't be
term.
as funny
Out
as
of
it
the
is.
stand.
Yeah. You've never taken a Mud Falcon? I thought everyone did.
I just picture a falcon.
No,
noise
I always get down.
as a turd falls. Just
I've done it.
like a
I shot a
screaming
buck
eagle.
25 minutes after that too.
Sometimes you
I've
can't
probably
get
done
down.
it. I just don't remember.
You're in prime time. You're not getting down.
No, I would remember. I've never taken a shit from a tree stand or a saddle.
Hold on to the seat.
Your brain.
Falcon.
Just freaking.
I've
never done it on-
offensive.
It's a term I've never heard.
You need to.
I've
You
never
need
done
a
it
shirt.
on-
What
never
happens when
done
you
it on-
Google
need a
mud
shirt.
falcon?
I don't think you want to
But you
Google
need to
that.
make a
Yeah, you might
t-shirt
not
out of
wanna-
that
We're
one.
gonna find out right now.
I'll buy that.
Might have to go incognito on that one.
Yep, own it.
Oh my god.
Mud Falcon Urban Dictionary.
Mud
Mud
falcon.
Falcon poop. I told you.
No way.
Taking a dump of Urban Dictionary. Fuck that up. Taking a dump of an open rock face resulting in falling feces. Dude, don't look at me when I'm making a mud falcon.
Yeah.
Close enough. I like that.
Okay.
All right.
Told you it was real.
I didn't know. I
Hashtag
thought you made that
mud
up.
falcon. I thought he did too.
I
It's
don't-
not as funny now.
Bouldering in Mud Falcon, Lake Tahoe. We're gonna leave that one go. We're gonna X out of this search history.
A Mud Falcon.
Oh
That's
man,
fucking
that's
great.
funny as hell. I've never done a mud falcon ever. I never even thought about it. I'd get down
It's-
and poop and get back up.
It's freeing.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's freeing.
Have you done it, Bobby K?
Yeah. I shot a buck 25 minutes after it.
Have you done more than one mud falcon?
Probably.
Probably. That's a yes. Doug, mud falcon?
I had to have.
No, it's yes or no.
Doug.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you ever made a mud falcon?
I thought you were going to ask
I was
something.
gonna.
I think I
You
know
were
what you're
looking
going to
at
ask, but
Yeah.
no, I've never done a Mud Falcon. I always get down.
Mud falcon?
No. Get down.
Okay. All right.
just-
Have you ever?
What if you can't?
I don't
what
wanna
if you
get
can't get
down.
down in time?
Well, that, but like you're still.
gonna shit your
I don't want to
pants?
leave my bow up there
Bro,
while I'm
I've
down
been
there.
close. You've been with me where it's fucking close, but
Eric loses a sleeve to his t-shirt every time we do something outside.
Got a bunch of one sleeve t-shirts.
yes.
Have you ever fed the geese from a tree stand or from an elevated position?
I've not.
Huh?
I've not. I haven't. Have you?
No, I have not.
He's got to look
Then
in
why
his
are you
eye.
putting it
He's gotta
on
look
me?
in his
Because you
eye.
took-
Took a
hesitated a
shit.
little.
You took a mud
I
falcon.
immediately said no.
Well, that was also suspect. I was testing you. Bobby K?
A little fast.
No.
Doug?
You never took a mud. You did a mud falcon, but you never did a. I'm trying to think of a
Fed the
better
geese.
term.
5 knuckle shuffle.
What would you call that?
A slug fall.
No.
What?
Is that why they call you one Doug slug? Or one slug Doug?
Shooting slugs.
Have you ever done
I can't think of a good term.
Slime spiral.
Me? No, never.
Fucking Spider-Man from the stand.
Me? Nah, never. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
buy that.
right. That was fucking suspicious as hell.
I legit never have.
I never have.
I just my whole thing is like, if I'd be like that cop in Ohio that got caught on the film cam at that trade show. It's like you'd be out there and there'd be like somebody doing a land survey. It's like you just make eye contact from 50 yards. Just like,
and you just like
you're on public land and somebody's walking their dog underneath you.
Yeah.
Just shoot him in the eye.
Sir,
yeah, that's
sir.
Oh my God, this is public land.
What?
Yeah, I know it might look. I'd be in the background of a public hunting public video, just in the skyline.
This guy
just fucking beating your clown.
Yeah, just in the skyline.
Clown.
Just a shadow out there having too good
Yeah,
of a
you're like
time.
they have the nicest camera ever. Just zooms on it.
Just, I don't. You didn't buy your habitat stamp. Yeah.
I paid to be here.
That's fucked up. It's public land. I can do whatever I want. I hope nobody's ever actually done that. If you do, that's your business.
Doug.
Nah.
Bobby K, you think we should go to Patreon?
I like the joke that I did.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Just a handful on here. This isn't a question. It's just WCB designed saddle. Zach. And you can't really do anything about that.
Me, no.
Great note, though. We'll put it.
That would be sweet.
We'll pass it up.
That's Weston. You got to get Weston and Sean. You got to get them on it.
Weston.
Eric Meek, K's 3.0 and some real tree. Carry all your shit pack. Great pack.
I know we're always working on trying to update our stuff, so I'm not sure what somebody would be looking for in a 3.0. If it's just the real tree pattern. Again, I'm not part of the development, the product development or anything like that, so I apologize if I...
You would film the product, though, once
I
it came
would.
out.
If I had photos of it or video of it, I would let you know right now. And I do not.
You film the shit out.
Okay.
I would film the shit out of it.
I'd film the fuck out of that.
Make it look so pretty.
Yeah. Give me one more pocket. Call it a 3.0. Simply Kevin. It's not his name, just Kevin. Shooting deer out of a hang-on, I'm fine. Shooting deer out of a hang-on, I'm fine. Shooting deer out of a saddle, I seem to always hit high. Is there something to that, or do I just fucking suck?
I actually do know why.
Elaborate.
You gotta bend at the waist.
Yeah.
That's why.
You got to keep your posture.
Yeah, it's like draw and try to shoot straight in front of you, and then just bend your waist to aim, not your arms.
Yeah. I think a kisser button fixes a lot of that, or a solid second point of anchor.
See, I would argue that. Like, I've never understood the bending at the waist thing because my waist does not bend.
Really?
Yeah, it does though. It's more your body.
But for me, it's always like making sure my shoulders are aligned, like having that T pose. So maybe it's like if somebody doesn't have the best form.
So if you draw this way, you get not.
And I do this, like I guess, but it's not really my waist moving.
Yeah, but it's your
core.
That's what I mean. That's what you're doing.
Wherever you're fucking dancing.
This is what I would do.
Cha-cha.
Yeah, exactly what you just did.
Because if you do this,
I think the waist bending is like the best way for somebody to understand that.
That's waist bending what he did, though. I mean, it looks like your torso moving, but you're actually like...
well, this is waist bending, because otherwise you're just going like this. But your head's got to go.
yeah,
so just
people
bring
do
your head with your back shoulder.
Yeah, Kevin, basically, you're just not keeping your form. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Because here's the thing. It's like, okay, if you just move your arms, where's your anchor point with your head?
Yeah, it's all out of whack.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
So when I realized it, I remember the deer, 2016, I killed the deer at like 6 yards. I grunted him in. It came up out of a ravine. And I had a brass knock as my kisser.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember I drew back and put it on him. I'm like, fuck, where's the kisser? And I was anchored way high. And I got it in. I'm like, oh, fuck, there it is.
Yep.
Shot him.
Yep.
Without it, I would have been lost in the void of not finding my anchor.
Oh, yeah.
So
And, yeah, that's part of just the learning process, too. I would do the same thing. And do you remember, and maybe you don't, maybe you never had this experience, but like when you first started bow hunting, was your peep like 3 times too big?
Yeah.
And you never lined
fucking huge.
And you would like try sighting in at 20 yards and you can't keep it in, double the size or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't know anything.
And you're like,
so
oh my
yeah.
God.
I just fucking suck.
Yeah.
paper plate, 20 yards. Paper plate, 20 yards.
Yeah. I can remember trying to draw back on a deer and I can't figure out where I'm at because it's just so out of whack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're just, Kevin,
You got the
you don't
peep too.
suck, dude. You're just a little out of form. Just practice.
That's the best way to explain that. And it's a great question, Kevin. But yeah, you got to keep form and practice with it. The best way to do it is get a target where you can shoot down at, and get a target you can shoot up at. And I realized a lot when I went on my lion hunt. I hoisted a target up in a tree with the rope.
Yeah.
And that right there, it's the same thing, just opposite. But if you really want to make sure you're going to keep that form, somehow get it. If you have a deck and a tree, put a target low, put a target high, like an elevated deck.
Yep.
And shoot there and shoot there. Because it's the same thing. You're shooting like this or you're shooting like this.
Yeah.
That's what makes a cat feel so goddamn high in a tree, because you're not going like this.
Right.
You're going like this.
I would just say, if people have a hard time understanding like bending at the waist, because it's not drastic, you know what I mean? Just make sure your form is in line. Like your shooting arm holding the bow, just like you were just doing, it's right there. Your elbow should be straight back behind you, so you just want to keep that same position. The whole time.
So you're bending at the waist.
Kind of what Jordan.
It is, but it's not. It's like such a hard thing for, like, I would say, new hunters to understand.
Oh, totally.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Once you get your form, your body follows.
Yeah, kind of what Jordan said. You know, draw straight out, get anchored, and then bend.
Yep.
Because all that's going to stay in place.
They say that for mountain hunting and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your third axis, it helps if your third axis is tuned in too, because that can throw you off a little bit. John Matthews, best saddle for a bigger guy.
I don't know what bigger guy would qualify as, but I would say my favorite would be the Venatic. That's the all USA made one. I know people like the man, I'm gonna blank out and get yelled at here. What's the all gray mesh one?
Covert.
The Covert.
That's
Pro.
what I have.
Yeah, that I know a lot of bigger guys that have tried them on at shows. They say they like that one better because it's got another band that runs through the middle of it to kind of like disperse that weight through there. So depending on what you like, I would, and I will note here, I'll do the little plug for Trophyline that they have a 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you want to try something, you can always return it if you don't like it for all your money back. So,
and you can use code WCB.
And you can use WCB. There you go. So I would vote Venatic. That's my favorite saddle out of all of them.
Just don't feed the geese in it.
Just don't feed the geese.
But you can if you want.
It would allow it.
It can handle it. What do you think? It can't handle it? It's American made. Bust your load, brother.
It'll handle it. Yeah.
It'll
How
do
do you
it.
know?
It's American made.
Yeah. You're going to blow a hole in the back.
The hell?
If you do, I don't know, you got something going on. You got bigger issues.
What the hell?
It makes sense.
You got bigger issues, brother, if they're blowing a hole out the back.
Just send it back.
Oh my goodness.
If they won't take
if it
those
didn't work.
returns, you got to see a doctor, brother. I run the Venatic. I love it. The Nimbus is a good, affordable option. The Nimbus.
Nimbus is nice.
God, I see that ad with my face on it a lot.
Don't you hate that?
I like that I only see my face and not the fake podcast host part of it, which is quite funny.
Oh, fair.
The AI, well, there's not a lot of AI on that one. The other one for the
the voice one with the brother,
Yeah.
and the eagle, which is a red-tailed hawk.
yeah,
Oh, that video was great.
Thanks.
AI rule on that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Good question, John. Malachi, what is the best hooks to hang sticks or the platform off of? The best. I'm assuming he means like climbing.
I would think. Do you guys have anything in particular? I know what I would say, but
Yeah, I bought some.
Like off your saddle?
Yeah, like on the Molly webbing. I'm assuming. What the fuck did I buy?
What I use.
I have hooks on mine, but I can't remember.
Genesis 3D or
It might be Genesis 3D.
Innovating the Outdoors.
Use turkey hooked.
No.
I think they're Genesis.
It's cocky.
They're both good guys. So for me, I climb with my pack on. That's just how I do it. So my platform is always on my pack as I climb.
Yeah.
And my sticks typically are too, because I split them up. If I've got the plateau, then I will have something to carry the sticks up with me, because the sticks can't be separated either side of the pack. But if it's a different pack where you have 2 sticks on one side and 2 sticks on the other, typically speaking, you can get your first 2 sticks on before you even start climbing, and then you can start climbing, take your backpack, swing it around in front of you, take your other 2 sticks off. But for those that don't like doing that, because I know there's a lot of people that don't, I would recommend checking out both Genesis 3D Printing and Innovating the Outdoors. Both those guys are wonderful. They're small little businesses. They make great products. They can probably custom make you something, because they just 3D printing is pretty sick.
Yeah.
Or you can just take the really, really cheap route that's noisy and just get a paracord loop and loop it up on a piece of paracord.
But it hangs loose.
But I will say,
How you do?
It works. It works, but it definitely has its hindrances. I will say that. So.
I bought the one, I think it's Genesis. They made the hyper light stick insert, like Legos.
Yes, that is them.
That's what, yeah. So that's what I run.
Yep. Yeah, Austin.
Which, by the
he's a
way,
really good dude.
That shit is sick for the Hyperlight series.
It is nice.
They snap together,
and it's not loud when it snaps either.
Not at all. It's like just a nice press.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna work with them on one of the TAC events. I'm gonna work the booth with them.
Oh, sweet.
Another hat.
Yeah, I don't know those guys, but I bought that when I saw it online through recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Makes some
Weston
badass
told me
shit.
about it. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna order that.
Probably.
But, they're great.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Admittedly, I have those sticks still in a tree. I need to go grab from a hanging.
Those big Novik sticks, or the
Hyperlight sticks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I hung them in there for a set to come back to, and then tagged out. And I'm like, yeah, I'll go back and get them. And then
Never happened.
Well, I've been gone so much. I'm like, all right, family time, other shit, and then they'll be there.
They'll be fine.
I ain't gonna go bad.
No.
So
no, heck no.
Yeah. Admittedly, I do that a lot.
So that's
once I tag out, things just get abandoned.
That's it for the Patreon, huh?
Yeah, it was quick, but we have some Instagram stuff.
Mm-hmm. Somebody asked me here, Sugar Tree Ranch, how long I have been in the industry. I kind of already answered that, just 2 years. And I don't know, do you like the term, the industry, the hunting industry?
It's what it is. I don't love it because the social media has made it cliche.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. But there's so many people that hate industry, like in general, like especially the hunting industry.
Maybe that's
it's
the
like,
word.
okay, what if we killed the hunting industry?
Mm-hmm.
How well do you think hunting would be doing?
Not well.
Wouldn't be doing well, but we're the devil.
It's the devil's advocate.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, don't kill industry. You kill any industry, it's not good.
Yeah. Like that guy you had on that was crap talking the hunting industry the whole time.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
By the way, he reached out.
Did he?
A couple weeks ago. Yeah. It wasn't a thrilled email.
What do you mean?
Did he finally listen to his podcast or something?
Well, I think he listens on the regular.
Oh, okay.
And then I got an email from him, and I was doing something. I was coming back, and I was busy, but I didn't want him to think I opened the email and just never responded to it because I didn't want him to think that I was like doing like a coward move. So I responded like, dude, I'm busy. I want to give him more direct email. Like, if you want to do another podcast, we'll do it. I see. He kind of felt like he got blown off, I think, a little bit. I was like, I can see how you kind of think that. I was like, but you have to understand, when you come to us, we took it as you're trying to, like, for me, it's like you're attacking the way I feed my family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think he got it. He was like, dude, thanks, Kurt, for responding. Like, he was cool.
I tried to see both sides in any situation, and I could see points he made that
Totally,
are
yeah.
valid. I mean,
Totally. But I got to give him mad credit because he came to us alone. He didn't bring a buddy.
Yeah.
He didn't bring his wife. But yeah, I don't think that. I mean, I think after the podcast, he's kind of like, fuck, I got ganged up on. Well, of course, he did,
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But, if I went to an anti-hunting podcast alone, not that he's anti-hunting, but he's kind of anti-industry of hunting. Maybe not. Maybe that's not true.
It didn't seem like it was the industry portion he hated. It was like the social media aspect of it, where like, and where I dislike social media is where they'll blow up. Somebody, just random dude, will tell you the county they're hunting in.
I don't like that either.
Yeah, right. And because
we get accused of that a lot locally.
Sure. And same for my area. Like, no
bitch, I hunt here. I'm not blowing it
No
up.
offense to like the hunting public. They came to Michigan on a competition or the public land challenge, and somebody figured it out where they were and blew up that entire county. It wasn't hunting public. It was some other person saying, I know the county they're in. There's only one piece of public land in that entire county. And that blew that whole thing up.
So everyone knew where they were exactly were.
And you'll see it posted on Facebook. A guy has a successful hunt. Hey, I shot it in this county just to, but counties aren't that big. People think they're bigger than what they are.
No, they're not.
And so, that part sucks.
Doesn't take
Agreed.
too much research.
Agreed.
Right.
But, it's like, I'm not about like posting county roads that you're on. I'm not about posting what trailheads you're on, what unit you're in. I'm not an advocate for that. Don't post that stuff.
Right.
I won't even ask that shit.
You shouldn't.
No, yeah.
Like,
why do you need to know?
Where'd you shoot that at? First of all, shut the fuck up. That's a rude question. That's like asking somebody how much their wife weighs.
Yeah.
How much you make in a year?
Yeah, it's that type of question. It's like,
But then
I don't
they'll
know,
say
dude.
you're
She's
not-
overweight. You know that. Why are you asking?
But then they'll say, "Oh, you're not going to help a fellow hunter out. You're not going to do that."
Figure it out. I did.
That's right. I think it could be done in a different way. Instead of, if somebody asks me directly, I usually just kind of ignore it for the most part and be like, I shot it in Michigan. You could say southern half, northern half.
In the woods.
In the woods. Yeah.
I say
Out
a
of a tree.
completely different county than I was in.
That works too, but then you blow up that county.
Well, I don't hunt that county.
You might someday.
I don't know.
I say in the woods, or like I got told by a local guy on the phone in kind of an argument. Everybody in blah, blah, blah county fucking hates you. You fucking blah. I was like, I've never said blah, blah county, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm in this county, bitch. You know, like.
Yeah.
Why would you want everyone to be here?
We had just a blow up. I'm like, we're in Illinois. Your guys are in Iowa.
Yeah.
But we also hunt in Africa. And we hunt in everywhere.
Everywhere.
You know, but people know where we're at. It doesn't mean I hunt right behind the fucking studio.
Might be good hunting.
Could be. There's a meth lab back there, so if you can get through that, you might see a deer or two.
Right.
And you might see a raccoon smoking a meth pipe. I saw that on the internet a couple days ago.
Yeah.
I saw the same video too.
I didn't see it. What the hell?
Yeah.
What, the old lady? Yeah.
Brother, you got to up that algorithm.
Do we all have the same algorithm? Because how many videos out there and we all see the same shit?
My algorithm's been just pedophiles getting kicked in the face. And
It's great.
I love it, dude.
I don't have that. That'd be interesting.
I'll start sending you shit. It'll
Oh,
be
my God.
All right, thank you.
I will correct your algorithm real fast.
There's pages dedicated to it, and it's wonderful.
Oh, man.
But going back to the guy that came in, you know,
Sure.
I give him credit, and I don't hate the guy. I feel like maybe it came off that I hate him, or maybe he thinks that we hated him. Definitely don't.
I'm definitely more on the side social media is more positive for hunting than it is in the negative.
Is there a lot of douchebags? Yes. Do I think a lot of the shit posts, like hate pages that get put up, do I think they hate on the wrong people? Like, I feel like they pick on the people that have the right message or the right brand or the right marketing when there's so many more obvious targets they could go after, you know? And like, we could fucking list it all out, but what the fuck for at this point? Like, I'm tired of that shit.
Yeah.
It's not my responsibility or Eric or Doug's or Jordan's responsibility to do that anymore. Now, if it comes in passing, someone asks me, I'll tell you where I've had negative experiences, but there's so much blatant poaching bullshit stuff in the game, but somehow those guys skate. But somebody that markets a brand is getting shit on. Dude, they're just trying to fucking make 10% on their promo code. I get it gets annoying. It's cliche, but they're not. Some of them are, maybe, but knowingly poaching and doing fucking negative shit. Pick where you're putting your energy. Don't hate on the guy who's just like excited to work with Trophyline that's promoting his promo code on Facebook. Fucking shit on the dude that poached or did something shitty, or you know what I'm saying? Like there's just so much of that shit that they should pick on, and not the dude that's just like excited and motivated and man, I get a saddle and a discount and
I agree.
This is cool. Like they're just, I just feel like it's directed wrong, but they'll die on the hill of burying the guy that's just excited of the industry and fucking attack that guy. That's what's annoying to me.
It's probably another jealousy thing. I mean,
it is, yeah.
You know.
Well, you know, it's like I think his name was Grant that was in here. It's like he kind of was an influencer, like he admittedly said. But,
I remember that. Yeah.
You know,
or he tried to be.
Yeah. No, I think he had like quite a bit of followers on his stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, whatever. What?
Yeah.
It's like, brother, whatever.
I mean, people argue about anything these days, anyways.
They do.
Yeah. I'm a
rage bait.
That's what rage bait and rage farming. That's where I kind of go in and out of my like being burnt out on shit, then not. And it's like, I don't know. I made a post. What was that? A couple months ago. It was like, dude, you clicked on our fucking faces.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and you're mad.
Yeah.
Our podcast is a long form. You got fucking an hour and 10 minutes into it, and you're sad now.
You're sad now.
You can't handle it.
Hurt your feelings.
Yeah. Like, all right. It's like, and then you're going to take your time. We're going to ruin your day that bad. You're going to hate on us on the internet. Brother, don't you have kids?
I'll make it worse.
Don't you have children to worry about? And you're mad at a podcast.
They're pissed.
You're mad at a podcast?
Yeah. What happened in his life where he's so pissed?
Can you hear me more clearly with this?
What was going on? He was so pissed that he heard something on the podcast. He's like, that's it.
He's like, God
I'm
damn
done.
it, I'm pissed.
I'm tired of this neck tattoo having motherfucker.
Picked a hill to die.
Bobby K's eyes are too pretty for me.
Good Lord.
It's
Makes me
For
feel
anybody
it's
wondering
challenging
and
my
watching
straightness.
this camera, I do not wear eyeliner, by the way. There's so many. That's the majority of my hate comments. Is
I told somebody on the way in, I was like, he looks like he's wearing eyeliner. I told Lee that. I was like, you never met Bobby K? He looks like he's wearing eyeliner. He goes, I know.
It's the eyeliner guy.
You're just too
the eyeliner guy.
You're just too perfect.
I should
I got
play,
told
I should
that
play into that.
I got told one time on a reel that I put the blue eye filter on.
Oh yeah, because you got the crystal blues.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, because I'm that gay.
Yep.
I'm a gay, but I ain't that gay. Like, I can admit it. I mean, I'll cross some fucking lines.
Why'd you stare at me when you did that?
You looked at me, brother.
Yeah, why are you guys looking at each other?
No, he goes, I'll cross some lines.
Someone hand me a White Claw. I'm tired of this. I don't need this song. I'm going raw.
You fucking raw dogging it now, dog?
Sorry. Hold on.
God.
Hit it with the
Going off the rails.
What's that? Little
spritz?
Little sanitizer.
Oh, okay.
Just a little spritz.
We sanitize all the mics for each show.
Oh,
except for yours.
I've been licking the. Oh,
Too late.
Yeah, don't lick it.
He got you.
We'll lick it. We'll sanitize it after you lick it. All right, off the rails. All right, we got a good old
up there
question here. Cobra Fixer. Hey, we know that guy. How about what makes you the happiest about hunting and the outdoors? Is it the preparation, the planning, the land prep, environmental, or the harvest itself? Great question.
It's not the harvest. Not in my opinion. I have something up there on YouTube that talks about like the journey of hunting, like the start to the finish and everything that comes in between, the camaraderie of hunting. It's a culmination of everything for me. I can pick favorite hunts off of like snippets.
Yeah.
But usually most of the time I'll just use like like North Dakota, for example. And the first time I ever went out there, and yeah, I had a successful hunt, but I had so many memories, made new friends, and all that. You let me park my vehicle here to go out there. You know, like every little tidbit of that was amazing to me. Mm-hmm. And seeing new places, adventure is amazing. Meeting you today is awesome, even though we're not hunting. But I mean, like, I find joy in the little things in life. Yeah. I'm a very happy person in general. I may seem really boring right now or tired or whatever you want to say, but like, I was just having this conversation with my daughter the other day. Mm-hmm. I see life glass half full 99% of the time. There's a silver lining in everything. And same thing when I walk into the woods and I go hunting. And if it's not, if I don't kill anything, I'm fine with it. If I see a chipmunk chasing another chipmunk, I'm like, that was pretty dope. Nobody else saw it. Nobody else saw it.
Gay, but kind of cool.
I'm the only one there. Like, if I see wood ducks swimming down the river and then singing their little song, like, wood ducks are pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's cool, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think there's
never pretty cool to see.
And there's nothing wrong with somebody that says that it's the harvest, you know, or the kill that gets them off. Like, that's awesome for you too. But I think
I love the honesty of that. But
yeah, I just think there's more to every day, and there's more to our hunting story than just that part. Yeah, I mean, take those 2 bucks, for example. I mean, all the days leading up to that, you having your Britney Spears moment.
So it made it special.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, and granted, one's over 200 inches, but, you know.
That made it super special.
That's a cherry on top.
Yeah. Have a Britney Spears 06 moment. Let loose.
I can't do that. I look like a pedophile if I do that.
Yeah.
Same.
Well, you don't got to shave your beard.
If I cut a mustache, bro, I can't. Not good.
But you can interpret the Britney Spears 06 moment however you want.
Sure. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It could be a new tattoo. It could be you got a really bad high interest bank loan out for no reason to buy a Corvette or whatever you want to buy. You know,
buy a Corvette.
You know,
I will say though,
did you buy a Corvette?
How about a Harley?
Yeah.
I will say I really do love the land prep, as he worded it, or the habitat improvement projects, where you can see the fruits of your labor come to fruition after just sweating over like providing something. Like, I use hashtag all the time of like, give more than you take.
Yeah,
and I think that's really cool when you try to put the wildlife in front of your needs, even though you'll have a return off of it. I think that's really special though too, being a steward of the land.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool. Like, you put the prep in for it and watch it all come together, or just like what's neat doing like fall plot stuff, or or just whatever it is, and see it throughout the fall.
Yeah.
It's like, man, we did that in that borderline grew, or I planted clover, and you might not be hunting over the plot, but just watching, like you said, you could watch birds in it and just be like, it's being utilized by everything. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It happens every year. I put a plot in, it's like, this shit's not going to grow. It's taken forever.
Just negative.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like, boop, it pops up. You're like, okay, it's actually growing.
Big time does work.
It does work.
Yeah. It's got my back.
I get that. I get worried about that every year. Like, did I do something wrong? It's not popping up. It's been like 3 days.
I don't know if that insight comes from like not being like a whitetail obsessed person either. Like, I love whitetail hunting, but so this is a little background. Like, I came out of the agronomy industry kind of like you did, but in a different field. Like, I was working at the grain plants, receiving corn and soybeans through the fall. I had barely any time to get out hunting. Like, I probably averaged 5 days of hunting from October 1st through December for almost a decade, which sucks. It sucks. Like these last 2 years has been like amazing. But in that time that I had in those 10 years, I also found love for trapping and being able to manage wildlife in that perspective. I was able to do the food plotting or hinge cutting or just any type of manipulation in general, fishing, all that kind of stuff. So I have more fingers out everywhere. So it just kind of has that feeling of always there's more to
woodsmanship.
Woodsmanship. There you go.
Yeah. Trent made a comment on the last episode about woodsmanship kind of plays into being a successful hunter or knowing what to do for trapping or knowing for what to look for if you're going to just see deer with the kids or whatever. You know, it all kind of adds in. That's what's neat. Like, I remember being younger and hunting with guys that had a lot of bow hunting experience and watching some guys kill good bow bucks every year. And I'm like, how? How are they doing it? And just like blew my mind. And I remember like going on a deer recovery, riding in the vehicle with one of those guys. I'm like, man, I want to be the dude that somehow like knows kind of, you never know all the answers, but I want to kind of have more knowledge about things when it comes to like shooting deer and stuff. He's like, dude, you will. It just takes freaking forever to do it.
It does.
I'm like, oh, that's a good point.
Experience.
I thought early 20s I knew everything already.
Yeah.
True.
We all, to a point, about women especially, but you didn't know idea. But, you know, like, I knew I didn't because I hunted with guys that had hunted for twice as long as I have or more, you know, that were guys that were in their late 40s and I was 19.
Yeah.
And watched them do just like smack deer in the first week of November, like what seemed to me to be effortlessly. I'm like, how? I'm over here busting my ass. It seems like it didn't come easy.
What am I doing wrong?
Preparation.
Yeah. You just don't know how it comes to you, and it comes to you in time. You don't know it's.
Some guys are definitely more gifted than others.
There's some good hunters out there, man. You ever hunt with a guy, you're like, this guy's next level? You can feel it kind of?
I haven't, and I hunted with you, so I'm sorry.
That was the only
I was there. You know, I almost got ahead of that before he did it, and then he snuck it in on me.
He got you.
Yeah.
No, but for real, yes. They're.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people
that was slick as hell.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
That was very good. I was like, I thought he's gonna fucking diss me, and then I slacked, and you took your pocket. You pulled a Deegan on me.
Oh my goodness!
Shout out to Hayden Deegan. See them fucking take that championship?
Yeah, what a beast.
What a gangster, dude. You follow motocross?
I'm sorry I don't keep turning your way. It's easier for me to turn.
No,
right
it's
to Doug.
fine.
Camera's this way.
It's whatever.
Just look at me, buddy. Look at me with them.
I'm not crying over here at all.
Freaking mascara eyes you got going on.
Right.
Like Austin Chandler's that way.
Yeah.
You freaking deer hunt around Austin Chandler or turkey hunt around him. You're like, you just kind of pick up on certain things. But his knowledge and expertise and methods and all that is different than hunting turkeys with Tyler Breen.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
More than one way to skin a cat.
And that's what's awesome about it.
Yeah.
It's like they're both killing turkeys.
I hope as time goes on and I get to spend more time in the industry, quote unquote, that I get to spend time with some of these people just to understand their brain, how they work. I mean, that's what I've found the biggest blessing of being in the industry. First of all, like I get to meet cool people like all of you guys. You know what I mean? And that's not to fluff you up or nothing like that. But I mean,
Fluff us, Daddy.
Are you a fluffer?
I have been fluffed.
But like that's really cool. But I think it's really neat how each hunter, how we just said, has their own perspective or own take on how to attack something. And if you're receptive, even on social media and listening to people, you can take something away from somebody.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, let's do a little round table. I got an idea here. Ooh. Who is someone that you've hunted with in the industry or not that you're like, it can be a couple people or, I mean, we can't shout them all out, you know, but who's a couple people that you've been like, wow, it's kind of impressive, like what they know or their woodsmanship or something they did for whitetails or turkeys or bird hunting or whatever, or fishing even, where you're like impressed by them. Let's give some other people some flowers. It might be hard to do, but maybe not.
In the industry?
Anything.
That I've hunted with?
Yeah, or been around that you kind of like picked up on some stuff. It can be anything. And it's a weird one because you're going to feel bad because you're going to forget something later. You'll think about it and you're like, fuck, I feel bad I didn't shout them out. But
I mean, to be honest, I haven't hunted with many other people. Yeah. 2 years is only 2 seasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or just been around and haven't hunted, but you like picked up on something they said or did. You know what I mean? Like something that like a way they talked about something where you're like, fuck, I never thought about that. Or Anything influential or a good takeaway?
Okay, don't start with me.
Okay, Doug.
I'm thinking.
It's tough. It's hard. It's a hard question.
I'll say my older cousin Michael. Growing up,
because you've referenced him a lot.
Yeah, he's killed a lot of big deer every year, basically. But he just finds I don't know, his mapping blows my mind. He finds.
I was actually gonna say the same person. Just
what do you mean? What do you mean his mapping? Like he finds the pockets where the deer are at, or what?
Well, it's details of the way he likes to a certain ridge. Why would you pick this ridge out of there's 5 ridges? He's like, well, this one connects to the bottom the most, and the way the creek flows and stuff. He thinks the deer would come up this way more. And I've hunted with your cousin in some of his spots, and just the way he goes in and his exit and entry, and then once you get in there, it's yeah, you see it on the map, you see that ridge, but then you get in and then you see it. You're like, that's why he's sitting here, because all these deer are coming up over this ridge or over the saddle in this particular way, and he's right there in it. You know.
What do you do the podcast?
That dude's very calculated. I don't think so. I can ask him, but I don't know if he would.
Why would he not do it?
I don't know. Just just one of those guys that likes
keep to himself.
Yeah, and deer hunt.
I respect it.
Yeah,
it's a good answer.
Yeah,
I didn't expect a good answer out of you for this for some reason, Doug. I thought you'd hit him home. Be like, come back to me.
Just say me.
I pulled a Doug.
I learned from myself.
I'm the best.
Me, all me.
Myself.
Started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
And at the end of the day, I just want to thank myself.
All right, we'll go Jordan.
Probably Stan Potts.
Such an easy call out.
Yeah, are you flexing on us right now with your connections?
Are you fluffing?
Tell us about the Stan Potts. Why?
Dude, it seems like he can some people can talk turkey. He can talk deer. It's like he just knows when to call, and it works. Every time.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just has that, like the buck we killed this year. He just snort wheezed at him, turns around, runs into 15 yards, done.
Dead.
The first year I filmed him, he called in a ton of deer. It's
just done it.
He does the doe bleats. He just
he knows the sequence.
Yeah, tending grunts. He's got
it down.
Yeah, which it's Stan Potts. So,
he's a legend.
Yeah,
whitetail legend.
He's got some aura.
All right, we're still thinking. We can go around the table.
I feel like I have more than one.
That's fine.
So
it's a hard question on purpose.
Well, I know two of them would probably be two you would say, Mark Drury and then Michael Waddell.
Yeah,
and just kind of for different reasons. I like Mark Drury's from his aspect of the management side of things. When I first started hunting, I tried to match up to him and Terry on everything. I had a bow that matched theirs. I had arrows that matched theirs. I was trying to be them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Michael Waddell, because I just love how he was always in love with everything around him as far as nature goes.
Yeah.
And the camaraderie aspect of the what was their show called? The road trips?
Road trips.
Yeah. That was really cool.
The reality type show of it.
Yeah, and you can see buddies having a good time together, hunting together.
For sure, drinking, but kept everything in a solo cup to be tasteful.
Yeah. And then probably third, which there's more, but I would probably say Zach Fehrenbaugh, just because his style of hunting is super aggressive.
Yep.
And that's tends to be more what I do outside of the management. There's two aspects to hunting. You have management and playing everything safe, and then you're aggressive, trying to get in there for 3 days.
Yeah.
So I think I feel like and I don't know Zach or any of these guys personally. Yeah. But I can see bits and pieces of influence from them.
Yeah, for sure. Round table, we'll go with you first.
I got kind of two people. You know who Jake Zip.
Mm-hmm.
That dude is just on a different level when I look at him and the dedication he has every weekend, going to Iowa or going to Kansas or going to the west side of Wisconsin. It's just dude, have a weekend to relax. He's just
no breaks.
He's no, I got 100 cameras out there. I got to go fucking check them and go see them. And it's dude, how the fuck do you have the motivation for this?
Guys kill shit, man. There's on them.
There's my other buddy, Jason. We went out to North Dakota and he's trying to set up a plan to find this deer. And I'm he's thinking about well, we got to crawl in this hillside because they might be bedded up there and they might see us down here. And I'm just dude, you were thinking way too crazy for me. I'm I would just walk up this ditch and go right here. He's no. They might see you. I'm just he's just thinking 10 steps ahead of the two that I was thinking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Those are good ones. Those are good examples, too, to back it up.
Yeah.
Eric, what you got, dog?
Well, I was just say Michael, but then I'm going to go, not really like picking up.
You can have the same guy.
Sorry.
There's no rules.
No, but I want to shout out Trey.
Trey Heiner?
Yeah,
it's a good one.
Like we sat a lot bear hunting together. And like I didn't really learn a lot about bear hunting because we still didn't see one. But like, just like talking to that dude and like the hunting stuff he's done and like the shit he's witnessed and seen.
Yeah,
it's just cool like sharing stories with that guy.
Yeah, been with it.
Yep.
I've hunted with you before, Eric.
I didn't learn nothing from you. Just turkey stuff, but didn't really learn anything. You just did it all.
Jordan is our resident turkey guy. Him and Austin.
I gave you a shout out earlier on this podcast. You just weren't here.
They walked out
to get your chain.
That's when we did all the credit.
You actually did? I didn't think you were actually going to do it. Give me a shout out.
Yeah, I gave you a shout out.
Yeah, he did.
I thought you were going to make fun of me or something.
Oh, he did that too.
Oh, all right.
It evened out. It was like a neutral.
I gave you a super good shout out, then I shit on you right after.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty normal.
Mine would probably be, I think the guys I talk to the most about like deep hunting methods and strategy would be Austin and Todd Anderson, the closest probably on the regular. They're both very calculated big buck killers. They kind of like think like big deer, but there's like certain things like Clark Cummings had said in the earlier days of our podcast, I feel like kind of changed the way I like hunt wind and think about wind. Like we had a whole quarter and wind conversation that was like, fuck, that makes a ton of sense. Like I'm going to think about that more. And ever since then, it's like, I've consistently killed mature deer since like after like that was a light switch moment on record on the podcast where he talked about quartering winds. I'm like, fuck, that makes sense. Like make the whiskey win. But yeah, you know, quartering winds is a whiskey win. It's like good for the deer, but good for you. And you got to set winds where it works for the deer, but it still works for you. Like if you want to kill big deer consistently, I think that for me, that's been the big thing. And sometimes that's hard and sometimes it doesn't happen or it's impossible to find that spot. When you do, it's fucking game changing. But hunting around my old man, watch how he would get aggressive and talking to Mark Jury personally and seeing like shit he would say about deer and like, oh yeah, deer just do that or they do this. It's like, well, I never thought about that, but yeah. So it's an accumulation of all.
It definitely is an accumulation.
I mean, just our group that we have, the Facebook Messenger, dude, it's a godsend just to throw an idea in there because it's like sometimes I run through my head, I'm like, that's not a good idea. I'll throw it in there like, yeah, that's a great idea. You should do that. You know,
we have a good team. Like
that's awesome,
and especially like the posse of WCB. That's like the close circle of like what makes up like the staffing of WCB. Especially over the last decade, we've all killed enough deer where you'll have, you know, experience to help each other out or be like, I would try this.
Yeah.
You know, and that's big. So.
And sometimes just nice to get a second opinion.
Yeah, big time. Big time.
Reformation.
So it's fun about it, dude. That's why I get off on the cat mouse stuff. It's like cool.
It is fun.
It's fun to get off on, you know. So
it's also fun just picking a piece like your cousin. Was it your cousin? You said? Yeah, just like knows the topography, and it's like that's probably a good spot.
Dude,
right
he goes
there.
nuts over that shit.
Yeah.
One more question on here. My question is: prescribed burning is as difficult as it seems? I'm always scared to death. I'll burn down the entire country.
County,
or country. Both. It feels like you're gonna burn down the country.
What's your take on that?
You're the one that can speak the most on it because you're done it.
So Chris Cedars will be in here next week, and he's like the burn boss, right? Like he's the
burn guy.
He's WCB's resident burn boss, and he did a burn with Mark Jury too, like the week after he did one with us. Jordan, you were around for that burn. It's fucking cool as shit, and it's a ton of fun. It's fun.
Oh, I'm sure.
But it's fucking scary.
I almost lost my drone in this giant ball of hell. Yeah. So next spring we're burning through the timber. Oh God.
See, I've wanted to do that for turkeys so bad.
Even with him there, knowing like he knows what to do, I still was scared. I was like, "Fuck, I feel like it could go wrong so fast."
Tip number 1: notify the local fire departments.
Yep.
I forgot to do that.
That's a good tip.
Holy fuck, I got some phone calls, man. I heard about it for days after. Heard you had yourself a little fire. I'm like, it was on purpose. I just forgot to call the fucking fire department. And I had some people go, it looked like the sunset was going on over there. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, it definitely did, dude.
My bad.
Crazy.
My bad. I forgot to call. There's some, one of the fire department guys, firefighter, hauled his truck ass across the farmer's field over. It's like, you guys all right? But yeah, we're doing a prescribed fire. All right, I thought so. Well, I'm like, my name's so-and-so. All right, thanks. We thought so. And turn around and drove off. Sorry, dude. Sorry to ruin your guys' night. Fuck, my bad.
I mean, you had a scary moment there at your house the one time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was panicking, dude. My dad died 2 weeks later. I'm like, I'm gonna burn my garden out here and get all this. Wind's like, yeah, fuck all this. Turned and just lit the neighbor's field on fire and up the fence or right around my propane tank and all this shit. I'm like, ew, on Easter Sunday.
On Easter Sunday.
So, sorry, New Windsor Fire Department.
Wow.
I called you guys out on Easter Sunday on that time.
Oops.
Sorry, Rivoli. Anyway.
From what I can tell, like the prescribed burning stuff is like the more precaution you take ahead of time, the safer and better it'll be.
This time on the burn, I mowed all the burn passes like triple wide. And it was a little more damp when we burned this time, so we back burned.
Nice.
And we had burned 2 years prior. When the first year we burned, it hadn't been burned for like 10 years. So it was all that fuel material. And it went, dude. Like I'm talking 30-foot flames in a rush from one side to the other in a wave of fire, like a wave of hell that you can't get out of. It was crazy.
It's like so scary to think about if you got trapped in there.
Oh, you'd be done.
Oh, it sucks so bad for a little bit.
Yeah, you're toast.
For a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you die.
Yeah.
So.
I got an ember
Only
in
a
my
little bit.
eye, and that fucked my eye up for like 3 days.
Oh.
But it's cool. Have a guy, a burn boss, someone that knows what they're doing, knows how to do the back burns and the preparation, has all the equipment, and have something with water on it. Have a side-by-side with a water tank or a truck or whatever you can. And
don't just take like a Bic lighter out there and be like, we'll be all right.
Yeah, don't throw matches and leave. Don't run a drip torch out of your pickup truck.
Call the fire department.
Call the fire department. And have fun.
I've wanted to do one bad for a while. We've only done small, but like I've noticed switchgrass die off because we haven't done prescribed burns on it either.
Dude.
Things get choked out.
The in the timber one is very intriguing.
That one.
I don't think I could do that
So
one.
I've never done that, but we got we're getting ready to cut some passes through it to have like burn breaks because this property needs it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna help with that, and then in the spring I'm gonna maintain it with what I can, and then in the spring we're gonna burn through the timber.
Burn through the timber is very intriguing.
I bet you the timber burn will be less scary than the switchgrass burn.
Won't be as high flame.
It'll just be slow rolling. I feel like.
I think so too.
It won't be as intense.
Yeah.
Because there's not as much fuel there.
We have too many like treetops and hinge cuts and stuff that's died over the years that they would burn for a long
time. You might have some smoldering for quite a few days.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. I'll report back.
Send a video. Go live. Go on TikTok live.
No, my fault. I'll like be watching my phone and fall in a hole and burn. Thanks for the corgis. Take Corgi out to potty. No!
Kurt's like right from the fire. Thanks for the roses.
Fall in a well. Help me, I'm stuck in a well.
Oh, man.
Yeah. We'll see.
Oh, is that a galaxy?
Thanks for the galaxy. Oh. I'm in this hole. Someone come get me. I'm losing signal. I don't know.
Please, bro.
We'll learn more on an upcoming podcast. We'll have Chris Cedars in here.
That'd be cool.
He's the man for the job. Burns and management and all the good stuff.
Burn, baby, burn.
Hell yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Dude, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
It's a fun conversation. Will we see you this fall?
I would like to think so.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Middle of the map hunt crew.
Yeah. Same dates, you figuring?
Yeah, that's like 2-week dates, and whoever's around is who's around.
Okay. I might jump over from Indiana over to here.
Do it.
So, jump on over, brother.
I want to kill one there this year.
Bring some cots, bring an air mattress. We're going to have a party.
Hell yeah.
Be hunting camp.
Hell yeah. It was a good time last time.
We all kick our feet and have sleepovers. And
hopefully I kill a buck early so I can come party.
Yeah. I was really sad you were not here.
I was going to be here, but then I scared the shit out of a buck instead of shooting it. I jump scared him.
Sounds like excuses.
I jump scared
Matt.
Right under me.
Is that what you did?
I was like, Matt. And he's just like, what the fuck?
I've never had a problem with that. I I remember you talking about using
He
the
didn't even
whistle.
stop, like, you know, like they go 100 yards and turn around.
Yeah.
No, he next county over.
Hey,
somebody else had to get him with that.
blow them kisses, baby. Because you know what does it? Stop.
I could have just
softly.
shot him.
Instead of going
like 6 yards.
They go, take a little half step. What do I? Lungs.
Too late.
Yeah, just blow them little kisses.
Actually, my buck this year, I stopped him with my mouth shut.
That's a good way to do it too.
I didn't know I did it until I watched the video back. I was like,
Hey, I know you're really bragging about your turkey right now.
what?
Not right now, but today. But I will say I think I've one-upped you on my turkey.
Ooh. Okay.
Self-filmed.
Okay. Yeah,
3 different camera angles.
You already beat me.
No blind.
Oh yeah, I did see that. That was sick as fuck.
That was sick.
Andy didn't run at all. He just.
Oh, I got a perfect shot.
Yeah.
What were Spurs?
Only an inch. He's probably 2-year-old bird.
They're all 2-year-olds.
I think 10-inch beard. It was like 9 7/8 or something like that.
2-year-old.
Yeah,
Mine's
they're all-
2-year-old.
Every bird's a 2-year-old.
That's sick. How big was your bird, Eric?
Big.
Yeah, big
Good bird. Good bird.
What was the Spurs?
You didn't measure
About an
anything, did you?
About an inch, and then like
Jordan did.
10.5-inch beard.
Nice.
Good bird.
Brain, when we went over to the other side, I have the cartel bird. My hook's over there. He goes, "Damn, that bird's big." I'm like, "Yeah, it's the bird we killed." He's like, "Oh shit!" It's kind of funny. He like recredited the bird that we had killed last year.
It's awesome.
Kind of funny. Where do people find you?
Man Over Beast. That's the everything. Man Over Beast on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I do have a giveaway going over on Instagram that's been going on for almost 2 years. So if you want to hop in on that, it's
2 years.
It's almost over. Yeah, just a slow gain on followers, and I was supposed to give it away at 5,000. We're not quite there yet.
Okay, what is it? What's the giveaway?
It's supposed to be, and it's going to change to basically whatever you want, but it was supposed to be a Trophyline saddle, which I'll give you your choice of saddle, and then a Redline sight, and so you'll have your choice of Redline sight. That's pretty much it.
Cool.
That's all you got to do is follow.
Easy. We'll link it in the episode description.
Everyone here, go follow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and the
Appreciate you guys.
2-year giveaway.
Yeah, and that streak,
Yeah, how close are you?
Still staying strong, brother.
How close?
I think it's almost 4,300 or something like that right now.
Okay, let's get the
that's
numbers
pretty
up.
close.
Yeah, it's
Let's
not
get
too
into
bad.
5,000.
We can do it.
Okay, we'll throw in a WCB merch pack. Just remember that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We'll add to the
Put it on
pot.
there.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, boys.
Okay, Doug, you look great.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks for coming,
Jordan,
Bobby.
you look
Always a
Okay.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Jordan,
I almost
Say it.
forgot. Almost
you look
forgot
great.
everything.
Nice.
Say, what's up? Anything? Close out with, or you just?
Oh no, I thought you were just complimenting me.
All right.
That chain.
Bobby, your eyes look amazing.
Thanks, brother.
Nice.
I'm sorry I don't have like a whole specific. I will apologize right now that we don't have a specific topic to cover. I guess we did go into.
I thought this was
saddle
awesome.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought it was
good.
fun.
hunting. I feel like I lit you down.
That was a nice.
I feel like
Oh, you
Yeah,
know.
bro.
No, this
That's
is the
awesome.
best episode. It's nice not being like, let's talk about this.
Yeah, it
the
is
whole time.
true. That
I
is
thought
nice.
enjoyed that.
We're just having fun.
It was good.
That's the whole imposter syndrome I got.
BS session with Bobby K.
There we go.
Quit thinking about it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, I thought it was fun.
You did great.
We're pushing 2 hours of just.
Link down. Are we really?
Yeah, brother.
You did fantastic.
All right.
That shit was
You did
gangster.
great. You look great.
Hour 40 is what we're getting on.
All right. That's pretty dang good.
Hey, relax, dude. We're having fun.
Thanks.
I had a great time.
Probably the gin.
I had fun.
I did too.
Thought it was good. Doug, thanks for bringing your friend.
Yeah. He's going to film me kill a turkey.
Hey, friend, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me, guys.
You didn't think you were going to be on a podcast, did you?
God, no.
Do you want?
You nervous?
Do you want a specific question for you?
God, no.
How nervous are you?
Extremely. Anxiety.
1 to 10.
Couldn't tell.
Is it really? You pull it off well. You can't tell.
150.
You can't tell.
God damn.
You did really good.
I just sat here quiet.
Yeah, but still, dude, I've watched guys fucking
So me and Eric
fold
did all
them.
the time.
Well, we've seen a couple dudes damn near not make it in here.
Yeah.
Really?
I won't call them out. Yeah. It was, boys,
Breathe.
relax.
Just ain't from anxiety.
Yeah, they weren't those. I get it.
Yeah.
You know.
Hearing yourself in headphones and all that kind of stuff too kind of throws you off.
They were doing the palms on the
Oh, damn.
pants thing.
Sweaty palms.
They're good dudes though. We love
Yeah.
them guys, but that's why I'm
happens.
not going to say their name. But
Sure.
it's just I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta be the same way. Imagine just never doing anything like this and then being like the lights. You're just like,
Oh, it took me forever to get used to just talking to a camera by myself.
it's weird.
It is so weird.
It's very awkward. But yeah, they were sweating it out. Like, just relax. Just does. Drink like a couple beers. Oh, you don't drink. That's a problem. That's your issue. Yeah.
That is a major problem.
Yeah.
You did bring the apple.
Yeah. You got to bring the apples.
Thanks for the apples, brother.
Eric, good to see your face.
Yeah. Good to see you. Look good. Doug,
Thanks.
Jordan, Bobby
You look
K.
good too.
Compliments all
everyone
around.
here
Everybody looks good.
Everybody listen. You're so attractive. Don't listen to what your wife or husband says. You're beautiful. Okay.
You're beautiful just the way you
They
are.
should compliment you more like us. You look
Yeah.
great.
You look great.
Enjoy your day. Your butt looks good too.
Nice cake.
Nice cake. Yeah, good peach. All right, we got to get the fuck out of here before it gets weird. You know what to do. Go shoot your bow. We love you.
Peace. Falcon.